So I'm going to do something bedtime first and then I'll crack on with something new. Now that I'm here, going vague to make simpler, do a dog roll in the sound. For our friendship, you've caught me wondering what is wrong with words. I scream batshit over Sam's chicken. Is it the light which like rootstock is finding its way beneath golden hood? And back meanwhile, down, time punches beach balls, blips archival t-shirt, on a bus to nothing. It is therefore something, it's all gonna be okay. Let's crack on. It's like a William, is it Cooper or Calpro? No idea. I sing the sofa, I who lately sang. You want to go like that? Right. And cheers to the print itself. Yeah. From the frozen isle you came to save me, but an awkward node returned, clodding mudflaps with its feedback, my junkin deadly still. How measured were I, stripping through my scannery for parts. Sounds distract me, and you look fucking bored from all the fun you came and eating. Its massive shadow made me sick by yodeling, and from out behind the chiller wall, the wrapped up factions cut. Into the film was stuck some consonants, spent my summers on one, just out beyond the corn belt. Every morning musical bunkers fired up, and from the holes which slugs made, slugs put through, fell bang out of cue, proud notes we sung aloud mid-sentence, turning the heavenly gas into an aria from back home, where the rates weren't changing, Chardonnay, nothing is more or less an oscillation, which if you prod, proves God, then move boisterously into the night again, lacking the wisdom necessary for profession, echoing the golden brown for men. And in reply, the evening swift came loud, squawking at the freezer rat, was putting me off of seismic graphs, riving with parkways, electrical fishing, carrying the bliss into the language to overdub it. With the passion insects, passerine pitch, norm perfect, black mustard, ketchup, rubble and snuff. When petroleum bird said dump, all of the chords went back to back like alkali. Whatever the plan, you can stick it, else walk above it like a seagull. Look, I'm up here, now feeling sporty like a signal tower, with fuck all time for notes. My toothless plosives, Preston's door, the accent refuses to provide, mimes beside the morning's trade and bump. You might want it, but it's fucked without the outlet to support it. Importing shock-rafts and luminous vests for fun, I couldn't shave me from my head, that singular will and instrument. It went to our friends. Said at best we give them options, at worst it's baby woodlice in baby lines. Weird day, not mine, but let's meet up outside the cannon factory. There's a big brick wall and an adult college, part hospitable, Petrocelladon, Piranota. Now I'm gobbing for a bit. Holiday shifts proportions of internal mic and shoulders wet, with all that's rotted, local, good. Committees are shitty for a scene. Quadrilla just bounced the woodlouse from my screen while I was tuning myself out to the rates of beer, oven, sky. Two pink cheeks in solanine, skiving the fuck up in the park behind their realty. Words know this better than I do. Auto and young cold facts. Blackberries mess up your stomach and plume moths mess up your rent. Turn back to poems on your other hand, detaining fish in polythene bags. For boiling I rage throughout a saucy house in costume, fighting against the double ends of double A. all our sources froze in May, back when I thought I had a title. Shit from the beginning, and there's only stops and graders now, ringing round the premises of first sightings. Meanwhile, the Merton vortex spits and whirs, its bad boy slaver over tooting. Wrote that in the shop, dragged it back, paddling water skater, blue squirting, blue shoes, stuffed true with co-op bags, the moon's light, the invisible yet heavy motion on ants, going jazz while the last deceased plays out, and always baby lines I know, not a basis for a poetics, yet the internal mic enjoys this sketch. Ye 10, past 9, past air. The systems go up quickly, and in turn we stop to watch their energies escaping out from progress, hope, all that shit the cats take on, the dregs of song like evening's hooligan cousins. As it turns out, cross our backies, adhesive anchor base, switching coats so comfortably, feeling instantly better post-bite, the supernatural whole arrangement, whole extensions going dark. But that moment passed, and you were therefore right, it was time to pick a unit. From anybody's eyes, and think of Greenland, whilst in Iceland, also, how I dream about you is through that gorgeous fire hose voice. In community garden, there was dogs present, baying at lice before the coal peaked, out from the seam, like food does in food tech. All proto-like, screeching, no logical oak permits this kind of music, but letting science provide us some shade. There was miners in West Virginia blocking coal trains, and I am not connected yet. Internal mic, have a look, it's still blinky, that top floor office light, where you get tasked with being adequate to what no filter can't provide. The conditions were intimate, not right for hunting, hurt the sensitive visions, all burst, and that was a stop, and here comes a furious skin grade, to mess with your head or send you to bed, save one stretch of ice sheet world. I'm still out one, and Ryan is on Bedford Street tonight, texting me songs and what it's like to cruise through the development electrical. Because when the big green earth says hearken it, in the impossible global wood, a drum-based softener would have done. Get it out of your system, internal Mike, internal Steve. Adore the way that weeds find ways to smash out and vibrate on silent. You turn to say you're in a scene that makes you sound like my enemy. Sometimes our music sounds just like the enemy. Sometimes it's perverse joy to wash the shite from someone's eggs that you love in the morning, while Connie bugs their next door neighbours play out in the yard on any Saturday. Amber purpling lamp behind, guess what animal? Drafts disturb me, slide out on that, while asters gnaw and write their god machinery, turning over agricultural is the darkness and the night. I am searching like a mobile, I am searching for a chorus, livid with discipline, softness and light. Thug spritzers just don't grow in any tubular sounding rough. Planes under ants exist, they're back and it's good. I finally found my Zoom, first best, worst winner. Docking back into the gold bit, a box of wine, all shiny silver, which we froze in case of thunder. Weak mouth, dirty mouth, all of the groves and none of the levels. Two stilly clusters jump the earth. A tempered nose, a camera arm, collecting sheaves of light. I'm nearly done, way too hot for any sentence. Demands I stay on it though, unpoliced as any bucket of cement. It's breaking down, you see. The mics peak deep into foundation dust. Swallow the bait, leave no impression. What I am passing round the group now is big and awkward. Trust immaterial, odd even, cowed and bent in galagoo, tough season, tough gears, grease out with aggregate, and then the sprinklers hit. Me with that pesticidal wave, playing it cool, resigned from school, you now call summertime. The network on our apricots was sticking, and hope in language last time.